In part 1, we established that the tuba uses just as much air as the flute. In case you missed it, here is a magical link to the video, and today we are going to answer Alex's very important question.
How do you get enough air in your lungs to play one of those things?
And I am the techie flautist, in love with both flute and technology. Did you know that the average person in fact only uses 20% of their lungs when they're resting? And when you're exercising, you use usually somewhere between 50 to 60%. However, flautists and tubarists, it's totally a word now, tuba players, use 80% of their lungs and are always trying to get more air. So unfit. Totally dying. So I like to think of lungs as being kind of like balloons, which sort of function somewhere along the lines of this. Your diaphragm and abdomen muscles pull down, which reduces the amount of air pressure inside our chest, causing air to race in to fill the empty void.
But how is a larger balloon going to fit inside that tiny bottle?
Well, that's the problem. It doesn't. But luckily for us, our lungs will never pop. We do, however, have to learn how to make more room inside us so that a larger volume of air can fit in. Essentially, there are 3 layers to our breathing. We have our abdomen and diaphragm area, then we have our intercostal breathing, and finally we have our thoracic breathing. Your diaphragm can be understood as a very thin layer of muscles that is located roughly around the bottom of your rib cage. They're kind of dome-shaped-ish, and they function to separate your breathing parts from your stomach and digestive parts. The other thing that they do is when you breathe in, this dome-shaped wall of muscles actually straightens out, which has the effect of pushing down. Now, when you push down, there's obviously like solid-ish mass here. That's my stomach. So naturally, it has to go somewhere, so it goes out. So that's why when we teach breathing, we're always looking for the stomach to be going out, because it's actually making room for more air to be going in.
I don't have any lungs.
These amazing diagrams were actually taken from the Healthline.com website, which is a fantastic resource for anyone wanting to know more about breathing. So when it comes to playing flute and tuba, you're going to need to work on epically over-exaggerating these movements. And it's going to feel quite weird and unnatural at first.
But how do you know if you're doing it right?
Well, there are a few things you can do. First off, jump down on all fours and just focus solely on breathing and moving your stomach in and out. The reason we're on all fours is because gravity can actually really help you when you're starting out, just to get a sense of what it really feels like. Secondly, and this one is actually used a lot for pain management and relaxation, we've kind of just like pinched it from their world, but it's actually really effective. So what you want to do is you want to lie down on the floor and you want to place one of your hands on your chest and one down on your stomach. And first off, you just want to start noticing what happens when you breathe in, like which hand is moving. Sometimes a mirror can really help you work this out if you're struggling a little bit. Now you want to start slowly breathing in and out through your nose. And you want to practice this breathing without moving the hand that's on your chest and only moving the hand that's on your stomach. Once you have mastered this while you're lying down, you can now practice it standing up. But before you breathe in, you need to breathe out. And don't forget to actually visualize the breath as it comes in through either your mouth or nose, travels down your throat, past your chest, and fills the entirety of this area. I know visualization sounds a bit kind of weird and lame and new agey, but it is actually really, really helpful to help you get a grasp of this very unnatural way of thinking about breath. If you would like more information about bad breathing, then I recommend you check out this lovely video by Matt, who explores what 90% of people are actually doing wrong when it comes to breathing. That's a lot, like 90%. That's like nearly everyone. And another great tool which will help you out if you keep forgetting to check in with your breathing while you're practicing is grab your dressing gown cord or a piece of elastic and tighten it around your waist. You don't want to make it ridiculously tight, just tight enough so that you can feel that there is something there. This added layer of resistance just helps to keep your mind aware of what is happening down in this area. Finally, I have actually heard of musicians stacking books on their stomachs and doing, I guess, like stomach push-ups to try and strengthen the muscles in this area. I have no idea if this works or not, but I just thought you should know that it's a thing that apparently people do. Not sure how many people, but people do. Ooh, and just one final note. I personally have found that if my stomach is too relaxed, then I'm not actually breathing properly. You want all these muscles to be actively engaged in the process. It's not necessarily a matter of over-tensing them, but for lack of a better English word, there is some sort of tension or work going on down here. Anyhow, make sure you tune in next time for part 3 of 5 from our breathing series, Intercostal Breathing. And don't forget to subscribe and switch on those notifications so you don't miss the next episode of The Tacky Flautist. That'll do.
Did you know that you can make your very own puppet, just like me? I only exist because this guy, Adam, sorry Adam, I don't know how to say your surname, but this guy puts up amazing videos about puppets, including how to make them. So you should totally check out this guy's channel in the link over there in the corner. I always wanted to do that.
You actually have to practice breathing. It's not something you can just magically do. So, as always, happy practicing!
Bye!